Hello, I am Dr. Venus, and I'll be your sleep therapist for today. Well, the official title is actually sleep technologist. Well, okay. The official title is actually polysomnographic technologist, but we find it more comforting for our clients if we call ourselves sleep therapists, because that's more or less what we are. And you are, yes, nice to meet you. Okay, so let me just check your forms a little bit. So what brings you in here today? I see that here. You're struggling with nightmares, and I imagine that probably has a negative effect on your sleep as well, right? Yeah, I suspected as much. Okay, well, let's see here. So, you know what, I do have some notes here for your medical doctor, and from what I'm hearing with the nightmares, I'm thinking maybe you're suffering from OSA, which is obstructive sleep apnea. And you know, some people get frightened by hearing that, but really that's a lot more common than you might think. So it's really nothing to be worried about. Yes, there is another type of sleep apnea. It's called CSA, central sleep apnea. Basically, that is less common, but it's when your brain stops telling your muscles to take in air while you're sleeping. Yeah, we don't think it's that, just because OSA is very common, and there also is a link with OSA and nightmares. So that probably is what you're experiencing. So let's see here. You know what? And this is just, first diagnosis. We're going to be doing some tests. We're going to be monitoring your vitals tonight while you sleep, just to get a proper diagnosis of that, okay? So we'll definitely get this figured out for you. It's nothing to worry about. Okay. So we do have some first-time forms to go over. Give me 1 second. Let me just find these forms real quick. Oh, here we go. Got these here. If you'll excuse my disorder, we're a little bit short-staffed tonight, so a little running around, but we'll get this for you. Okay. So, obviously I know your first name, but could I get your last name? Okay. And then how do you spell that? Okay. Could I get your phone number? And then email address? Okay. Could I have your address? Oh, Elm Street. Oh, okay. Elm Street has a bit of a reputation around here, but that's fine. That's cool. It's kind of interesting. Okay, and then obviously Springwood is the city, state, zip code, then date of birth. And then what is your gender and preferred pronouns? Okay. And height? Weight? Alright, so we have the clinical notes, so we don't really need to go over that. Insurance, we'll figure that out in the morning, because we don't want to cut into any of the time you have to sleep and for us to monitor your vitals and whatnot. So type of sleep test at the sleep lab, yep, that's what we're doing today. So most likely, we're going to be doing, you know, if it is obstructive sleep apnea, we might be using a CPAP machine, which is just to help you breathe, but it wouldn't help that much because if it is something obstructing your airway, obviously that wouldn't be too helpful. So right now we're just going to be doing a nocturnal polysomnogram. So like that. And then, okay, let's go to the next page. Okay, put the pen down. There we go. Okay, so this is just a little questionnaire that we're going to be going over today. So do you snore, or have you been told by someone that you snore? Yes, okay. And has anyone ever noticed that you quit breathing in your sleep, maybe? Yes, okay, well that's probably, okay. Do you ever awaken with the sensation of gasping or choking? Yeah, okay. Do you often feel tired or fatigued immediately after getting up from sleep? No. Okay, let's get that out. And during your waking time, do you ever feel tired, fatigued, or let's say not up to par, maybe? Okay. Have you, in the past 6 months, nodded off or fallen asleep in any situation where you did not intend to? Yeah. Okay. And then, do you have, or have you been treated for high blood pressure before? No? Okay. There you go. We got one no. That's good, right? Okay. Okay, so we got 10 out of 11 total points. So that does have a high risk of having, OSP, but OSA, sorry, OSP, what am I talking about? Okay, we do have one more little form to fill out. It might seem a little repetitive, but we do want to be thorough. So let me go over this. Got that, got all that. And then you said, do you have frequent urination at night? No? Heart disease, diabetes, stroke, insomnia, depression, don't we all? Yeah. Okay. And then, do you know how often a week you snore? No? No, you don't? Okay. That's totally fine. We'll put don't know. Is your snoring loud enough to be heard through a closed door? Yes. Okay. Have you always been told that during sleep you frequently stop breathing or gasp for air? Okay. And then we're going to do the Epworth Sleepiness Scale. This is just to record your sleepiness. Yeah, Epworth sleepiness is kind of funny. Kind of funny word. It doesn't seem very professional, but yeah. Okay. Okay. So do you get sleepy or doze off while sitting or reading? Yeah. High chance of dozing off? Okay. What about watching TV? Yeah. Moderate chance, high chance, high chance. Okay. Okay. While sitting or inactive in a public area? Okay. Yeah. That's definitely not good. But as a passenger in a car for an hour without a break? Yeah, high chance. Okay. Lying down to rest in the afternoon? Okay. What about when you're sitting and talking to someone? Oh, wow, moderately, okay. I can see it in your eyes. You do look very, very tired. So we'll try to make this quick so we can get to the sleeping portion of that, because I think you would enjoy that. What about sitting quietly after lunch without alcohol? Yeah? Moderately. Moderately? Oh, okay. In a car, stopped for a few minutes in traffic, at a traffic light, sorry. I can read, I swear. Moderate, okay. Okay. Total score was 22, which is on the high end, but, you know, we've had worse. And then, are you currently using a CPAP? Helps you breathe? No? Okay. Might be something we can look into. All right. So, that is all the forms. Let me just organize this again. Okay. Oh, give me 1 second. Someone is calling for me. Give me just one second, okay? Sorry. All right, sorry about that. I'm like I said, we're short-staffed, and one of the other sleep therapists needed me for something. Okay, so let's continue here. So let me just go. So I know you were referred to by a medical doctor, but I'm just going to perform a few quick tests on you, okay? Just a few things. Let me just get some gloves here. And then, is it all right if I touch you to take your pulse? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry. It's so loud. But I'm gonna put these gloves on. And then, I know there's implied consent between, like a doctor and patient, but I just want to make sure that you're comfortable, and I want to make sure we have that direct communication for direct consent, because consent is very, very important, no matter what. Okay, sorry while I struggle with these gloves. Okay, all right, so I'm just going to take your pulse real quick, okay? Okay, I'm just going to use your wrist. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. And then I am going to check your eyes. Flashlight is very bright, so obviously, so please don't look directly into it. But I'm just going to check your eyes real quick, all right? Okay. All right, if you look up for me. And now down, left, and then right. Okay, check your other eye. Okay, look up for me. Down, left, right. Okay. Okay, good. You look exhausted, which is typically the case when people come here. So I'm just going to, as silly as this might sound, I'm going to ask to check your mouth, just because with obstructive sleep apnea, sometimes it is a physical obstruction from an outside source, like food or something. And if this was the case, I'm sure your doctor would have seen it, but I just want to double check, because sometimes even doctors are wrong. So let me just grab one of these. Okay. Okay, dokie. Now, if you could please open wide, go with your tongue out. I'm just going to look into your mouth. Yeah. Okay. 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 Not seeing anything in there, which is good. Would have been a quick, simple fix, obviously, if it was in there. But I do not see anything in there at the moment, so. Okay. And then, if I could have your permission, I'm just going to touch your face and your scalp a little bit, just to kind of massage the area, if that's all right. Okay. Okay, thanks. So, what we're doing here, Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So that's kind of it. That's kind of all I need to do today. It's just kind of a quick thing. So if that felt a little odd, touching the face, sometimes we hold a lot of tension in our face or scalp. I'm just throwing this away. Sometimes we hold a lot of tension in our face and scalp, whether it be stress or whatever, you know. So I was just kind of feeling around to make sure that wasn't the case, and I didn't see too much of it. Obviously, to some degree, we all do that, but I didn't see too much. I didn't feel any in the face or scalp that much, okay? So let me kind of give you a little explanation as to why we're doing this. Let me just check your medical notes. Doctor, quite a few. But let me kind of just go over what we're doing today. So for today, we are going to be monitoring your vitals and brain activity while you sleep tonight. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, technically, you know, I'm not, it's not mandatory for me to check all that, but I kind of wanted to break up the monotonous of just kind of filling out forms and talking. I feel like it's kind of fun. Maybe not for the patient, because it is still like an exam in a way. But personally, all work and no play never made me lose it. And, you know, all business all day kind of keeps me up a level. So. But I do like to break that up and try to make it a little more fun and interactive for my patients. But anyway, let me go back. So we're going to be putting a little clamp. Well, I shouldn't say clamp. It's just a little device that we put on your finger while you sleep tonight. It's going to monitor your vitals. And then we also have a little eye mask that has some wireless technology in it to monitor your brainwaves while you sleep. Mm-hmm. Technology's kind of amazing, right? So that's what we're going to be doing. We're just going to be monitoring your sleep. Pretty easy. Just go to sleep, close your eyes, you know, that kind of thing. Let's see, what did the doctor say? And then, you know, a lot of people are kind of misinformed about the brain waves while we sleep. A lot of people think that while we're asleep, there's no brain activity, which in fact there's a lot of brain activity while you sleep, especially during the REM cycle, which is what we're definitely going to be monitoring tonight, because the REM cycle is when we dream. That's when we dream. And so if you're saying that you're having nightmares, but it's just another extension of dreaming, we have a new name for it because it's something that frightens us. So we're going to be monitoring the REM cycle. REM cycle stands for rapid eye movement. So it's a period of time, typically about 90 minutes for an average person, about 90 minutes after we fall asleep, where we are in like a very deep sleep, and our eyes move back and forth rapidly, like while they're closed, obviously. They move back and forth rapidly, and our breathing slows down, becomes a bit irregular, and also our limbs are paralyzed. Yeah, you know, it sounds. Yeah, it does sound a little frightening when we say it like that, but it's definitely not something to be frightened about. Everyone goes through that. Mm-hmm. Not frightened about it all. So like I was saying about the, sorry, I should have written some notes. Sorry about you. Yeah, so like I was saying, a lot of people are misinformed about brain activity, because the whole brain while we're asleep lights up, especially during this REM cycle. Typically the brainwaves slow down while we sleep, but it is still completely active up there. That's why we want to monitor that as well. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're asking about so the old hag, or I guess night hag sounds nicer. That is a old folklore kind of used to describe the phenomenon of sleep paralysis. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so sleep paralysis, okay. Well, okay. You know, usually I don't explain it, but I will humor you right now. Sleep paralysis is typically when the body is out of sync with the consciousness. So either going to or from, going to going into the REM cycle or out of the REM cycle, we are awoken. Our consciousness is awoken, but our limbs are still paralyzed because we are going through that REM cycle. And typically, that's a pretty frightening experience for people. So the old hag or the night hag was a folklore used to describe it before we were proficient with knowledge on why it happens. And it is kind of just a thing that we kind of go over, or not go over, sorry. I typically don't go over it, but, it's just kind of a fun little folk tale. It's like someone says, usually when we're in this, our consciousness is awake, our body is paralyzed. It is a frightening experience. And people tend to think that there is some supernatural or malevolent presence. So that's kind of how the old hag was born. It's like I think the old folk tales, like she was sitting on your chest and that's why you can't move. It's not like that. I think the newer ones, it says she's at the end of the bed. Whatever. A lot of people do have night terrors when they experience sleep paralysis, just because they are frightened, that they can look around, they can see things, but they're not able to move. But you're saying you've experienced sleep paralysis? Mm-hmm. With some guy in finger knives? Like knives on, like his knives are fingers? Or they're just knives on his fingers? Huh. Okay, well, we can definitely monitor that. Let me just see here. Yeah, see, I don't want to frighten my patients, so I usually don't go over that, but if you've been having nightmares, that's the least of your troubles. What? A hat. Oh, I didn't even notice that there. The patient must have left that last time they were in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it must have been the other night, because someone was in this room last night, but I think a couple nights ago. They must have left it. Surprised I didn't hear about it. It looks like a nice hat. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll be sure to take that on the way out, obviously. But, so let's see. I think that kind of explains all we're doing. It's not too complicated. Kind of just go to sleep. You do have a little bolster, but between your legs, under your legs, people like that. It alleviates some pressure on the back. So we do recommend that you sleep with something between your legs if you're on your side, or if you're on your back, under your legs. Let me just double check the forms real quick here for you. Forms. I said forum. But other than that, I think we are kind of good. It's not that hard. I mean, I know it's not the most preferable situation because you're in a foreign place, but I promise everything will be fine. We'll figure out what's going on, and you'll be all right. Okay, so one last thing I do want to go over. We do have here. Write a little note. We do have. You do have control of a couple things during your night here. There is a bed warmer on the bed over here. You can turn that on, turn it off. It automatically turns off after 30 minutes though, just because sleeping with like a heating pad even, or a heated blanket, it has some safety risks for people. Yeah, like if we have it on all night, there's a possibility it could burn you. Something were to happen and some sort of electrical fire, if it short circuits or whatever, and then we get the special fire extinguisher. It's a whole mess. None of us want that. We don't want to get a special fire extinguisher for the electrical fire. And it's also safety for you because, like I said, we don't want you to get burned, because it is a possibility of having people that use heating pads overnight. It's not a good idea to leave it on all night just because it can burn you. Yeah. Then obviously we have some fancy overhead speakers. If you want to listen to things, people like to listen to sounds to help them relax, fall asleep. Even ASMR videos, possibly. It's a big thing now. ASMR? Oh, you've never heard of ASMR? Really? Yeah, before it was not so widely accepted, but now it's definitely becoming more mainstream. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, was this ASMR? Yeah, it is an acronym. Mm-hmm. It does stand for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. Um, so basically, it's kind of like this, I don't want to say phenomenon, but it's kind of like this phenomenon where you get a tingling sensation, usually in your scalp, and sometimes people, it goes down to their back, lower back, upper back, kind of their spinal area right there. Usually through different triggers, such as sounds, people like whispering, that kind of thing. But that's a whole other topic that we can get into another time. I can tell you're very tired. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, we can go over that. We were actually at the clinic, we were thinking about maybe having some intro to ASMR sessions or something like that. If you're ever interested, Mm-hmm. Yeah. But basically that's it. You can control the lighting. Some people don't like to sleep with the lights off. Some people do, so you can control that. Obviously how loud, however, whatever sounds you want to listen to, you can control that as well. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me just check over one last time, but I think we are all good to go here. Took a little bit longer, just kind of explaining some things to you, but that's okay. So let's see. Did the forms. Okay. All right, I think we're good. Did you have any other questions for me? No? Okay. So, I'm going to leave the room. I'm going to go get the little finger clip. I'm going to get the eye mask for sleeping. And then I'll let you get situated. I'll be back in a couple minutes. That's okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. And then, before I go, did you want me to put any sounds on? Ocean sounds? Okay. Good choice. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. You all situated? Yeah? Okay. Got the eye mask. It's pink. Hope you don't mind. And then, the ocean sounds are playing. I'll put the clip on your finger real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay. That all right? Feel good? Okay. Put the eye mask on. Do you want me to put the bed warmer on before I leave? Yeah? Okay. All right, let me put this on you. Here we go. All right. You are all situated. If you need anything, we are in the next room. We're monitoring your vitals. But other than that, everything's all set. So, good night and sweet dreams. Okay, good night.